Previously on Unranked.
So I finally got around to jumping into the Phantom Liberty DLC for Cyberpunk, and Idris Elba is in it. He plays this sleeper agent for the government. Gotta say, Idris, I don't know how much I'm paying you. You gotta. Performance is good. His American accent is terrible. Like, my American accent is better than his.
Oh, can I hear your American accent, please?
Yeah, what's your American?
So
Yeah. Now you have to. We have
Wait,
to.
but Idris Elba was in The Wire, and he was really good in that, and he had an American accent in that.
Yeah,
He was good.
It might have been doing a very different kind of accent, though.
All right, go ahead, Tom. Let's hear it.
What part of America accent do you do? Do you just do like Southern? Do you do New York? Do you have multiple?
Just New York, I guess.
Do you want to do? Do you want to?
Yeah, I'll do a little bit.
So
I'll do a little taste.
because you can still use the chalk and the talk. You could, if you want to.
Sure.
Yeah. Chocolate. Chocolate.
Hi. All right, you ready?
Chocolate
You
sauce
ready?
dogs.
Ready.
All right. Hi, I'm Tom. This is the Unranked podcast. I'm here with my friend Chris, and Brooke is filming me right now because I really don't like.
I really don't like.
Tom, I'm so sorry, Tom.
I really didn't like that.
I really didn't like it.
Tom has been the absolute greatest sport with that. Thank you, Tom.
It's been I'll tell you this. I had to do a lot of having the water be on the duck's back in high school, like I just really had to power through it. In fact, I will reveal something. Here's a major reveal. Here's a major reveal from anyone from high school who is listening right now. It's really funny because I think a lot of I'm very surprise, very left wing politically, and I think a lot of it stems from my own ostracization as an immigrant, and realizing like, oh my God, like if I'm like a white guy from an English speaking country coming to America and feel incredibly ostracized, how must you feel if like you're a brown person coming from a non-English speaking country? So I think a lot of that stems from it, because I was constantly reminded of like my otherism. I was constantly othered in high school, and there was like some reverence there because people enjoyed the accent and stuff. But one thing that happened is people always made Harry Potter jokes, right? People always were joking about like, are you in Harry Potter? Like doing stuff like that. To the point where I went along with it and said that I was in Harry Potter and that I was actually in the background of some scenes in Hogsmeade in the third film. And I don't know how this got corroborated, but someone in the class said that they had watched the movie and said that I was actually in it, and said like, oh, I went to go see the scene you were in. So I just went with that like through all of high school, that I was in that movie, and I'm not. So this is a reveal. I've never publicly come out and said this. So, this is a huge scandal.
We got to get through the intro, and then I could say something about this. Christian Humes here. After the 409, we got Tom Caswell, Alex Marnello. Alex,
hi.
I don't know about you, but if I knew someone who claimed to be in Harry Potter, and I felt like that's bullshit, I feel like quite a few people, especially myself, would go along with it just to watch them lie forever about this and let them believe that they sold this to everyone. Whereas if I were to guess, I think none of these people believed this.
Well, no. I mean, to be fair,
I agree.
Very few people did believe me. I don't think anyone ever, like, other than that, I do think that one person who said it did. And so I think it created like an air of
Could this have been someone trying to be like, no, I saw him, so now we can drop it?
No. They like came, it was weird because I remember they kind of came to me personally and like said it, but I always was met with like, no, I'm not. No way, no. And I would always just lie about it, and I just never stopped lying about it. So here we are.
I mean, I think like the accent, we're now gonna have to. We're gonna need to get someone. We need corroboration. So if you know
So
anyone
you need
that
you
went to
need to
Tom's,
you need to be corroborated about the situation. Right. Okay.
yeah, we need to find someone. We need to
Okay,
find
gotcha.
someone from Tom's high school that he went to school with.
Right.
I can get someone on the pod.
Um,
Oh, you just need like a referral.
yeah, can you
rather than, like, a
connect me
guest.
with them,
Okay.
or just
Okay.
give me the name of the school and the year. I'll do some digging.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Don't. If we really want to do this the right way,
Yeah.
Right. What's the
Then
legal
We can't have any
process
plans.
here?
You could be getting someone who's just gonna say, yeah,
True.
you
You
were.
guys,
Like,
you guys would need to do this independently of
if
me.
we have to do it independently, we can't take
Yeah.
a name suggested from Tom.
is this gonna be
yeah.
the first unranked investigation?
I mean, that sounds like fun.
The unranked podcast becomes like a murder podcast, except we're trying to find out about Tom's.
Hey, if
Yeah.
if we metamorphosized to a true crime, but like very low interest crime, we could
What do you
expand.
mean low interest?
Well, just it's not like a murder.
Oh, I
It's
see.
not like Adnan, it's
Yeah.
it's like, did Tom how many people believe that Tom was actually in Harry Potter in high
Yeah.
school?
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Hogsmeade Gate.
I just wanted to come clean. It's been
Come clean to who? To me and Chris? We didn't
well,
even
and
know.
anyone that's listening that might have been gone to my high school. You never know.
See, this is interesting because I was there was a possibility of this could have been our second investigation on the Unranked podcast, because I
It
had
would've been the
begun another investigation, but then it died when the Taskmaster episode died, because Alex sent us a task, which was create the best 1-minute film. And so what I had started
yeah.
doing was creating a 1-minute film
Mm.
where I was investigating the veracity of Alex's nickname Tuna, because as many people know, he got the nickname from.
What? Why are there air quotes?
Well, I mean, this is the question.
Why are
He
there
got
air
the
quotes?
nickname from the bus ride, the people on his bus ride at Camp de Bon, where he would always bring.
It wasn't the bus.
Well,
no,
you
I
said
wouldn't bring.
You used to say the people on the bus would call you Tuna, but that doesn't
Well, no,
exclude
the people
everyone
on the bus,
else.
The people on the bus did call me Tuna.
Yeah.
But the name Tuna.
Yeah.
I mean, the origin of the name Tuna, because I wouldn't bring the sandwich. So I'll tell you the nexus.
Okay.
I'll retell it.
Mhm.
Okay. I used to go to a camp called
Mhm.
Camp de Bon in Oceanside, New York, on Long Island in the summertime, because I was an only child of a single mom who didn't, and my grandmother wanted to go to Atlantic City, so she didn't, probably didn't want to watch me too much in the summertime. So they provided lunch, and every day was a different type of lunch. Like one day it would be spaghetti, another day it would be burgers, whatever. I didn't like having the burgers. I always thought they were like not great. And then, so I used to order a tuna fish sandwich, and they made this tuna fish sandwich so good that I used to ask for two.
Yeah.
And I would
Like the bags of
always ask
croutons
for tuna.
or the gyros.
Oh,
Sorry.
Right. Always ask for tuna. Always. And I'd walk up, and I would usually, because you have to tell your counselor right at the start of the day so they can put the order in. And I'd be like, I'd walk up, I go, 2 tuna. Right. And then and then it became a thing, when you go
How
to your
old were you?
local-
13?
No,
Probably?
No, younger.
No, younger.
Oh,
like
even younger. Okay.
6 or 7. I would say
Once
no.
Alex was a teenager,
wow.
he became a camp counselor.
Right. I became a counselor at this camp. So anyway, it got to the point where it's like when you're a regular and they know your order, they would say to me,
I'm a regular.
They would go 2 tuna, and I'd be like, yeah, right. So then they would start saying that. So then people just started calling me Tuna, and then it took off because I made my AOL instant messenger.
Oh, that locked it
name.
in. That locked it in.
I wanted to make my screen name Tuna 2000.
Yeah.
But it was taken.
Yeah.
So I had to make it
Wow.
Tuna 3000.
Which was great for me because I then made Tuna 3 capital O, capital O, capital O. And then I would pretend to be Alex and fuck with you.
Oh my god.
Alex would get a message from me. It's like message from what looks like Tuna 3000. He'd be like, who is this? What's going on?
Right. And then there was also a time when Chris, I think maybe just Chris, or maybe Chris and someone else, but made a MySpace account for me.
Oh, that was me. That was several of us. That was several of us.
That was called Marinelle Owned.
No, Fallout Tuna Boy, and we had
Oh,
a GIF
Fallout
of
Tuna
you
Boy. I'm sorry,
holding your
Fallout
phone,
Tuna
holding
Boy.
your phone, and then it was like it would flash like in rainbow colors, Marinello owned, and you had
Yep.
blog posts about getting no scopes in Halo, and your favorite TV
Nice.
show was Arthur, and you
Nice.
thought it was funny until we started friending people in your frat.
Let me tell you something.
Oh, this was college time. Okay.
Arthur still is one of my favorite
Yeah,
cartoons.
Arthur rules.
Arthur's
Arthur rules.
great.
But here's the thing, Alex. You
Yes,
sort of
Christian.
gave the nickname to yourself because everyone, all
Yes.
of our friends, none of us knew this, right? None of us.
Correct.
So in a way, Alex
Correct.
gave himself a nickname.
Well,
and then it calls all it's all called into question. So I was contacting the one person that I knew from our school, but was not in our friend group that went to this camp with you.
yes,
I
there's
had
one
called-
person.
I had called
There's
the
one
camp.
person that knows the origins of this nickname. He does know it.
I started printing pictures. I was going to do a
Okay.
wall with red string. It was going to be a whole
my
thing. It was
God.
going to be a whole thing.
That's great.
In
That's
the end, though,
really
from
good.
my investigation, it seems I didn't finish it, but it does seem like it's at least plausible. It's at least
Fuck off.
plausible.
I mean, look, I will tell you that at camp they called me Tuna, but the reason Tuna has now followed me is because of the AOL screen name.
Yes, absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
that's the reason. And we were still using AIM in college for a couple years, and then it died off.
Wow,
in
that's
favor
how old
of,
you are. That's crazy.
And it died off in favor of I don't know what, Facebook, texting. Yeah. So then AOL was done. But I remember that because even the college kids were calling me Tuna because that was that was the screen name. That was it.
We were still using AIM because
I don't think
during the
there was
time in
Facebook
which AIM
Messenger.
should have died, it wasn't. It was Google Messenger. During the time in which AIM should have died, you could tie it into your Gmail account in like 2006. And so you could do Google Chat just like AIM, and everyone always had their email open. So then that was the only reason it stayed alive.
Right. And Facebook Messenger wasn't a thing. You could send messages, but they weren't immediate.
We were just poking each other like a bunch of idiots.
Right. Poking.
Oh my God, Poke.
Right.
Yeah.
Pokes.
Yeah.
Poke.
Yeah.
Super Poke.
Poke is so old that by the time that I got on Facebook, it was already out of fashion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely true.
Well,
That's
I remember
definitely
being
true.
like, I think it was my last year in college, and the freshmen were starting to use Twitter. And I was like, Twitter? What is Twitter? This is fucking
Remember
Twitter.
when people
because
would
Twitter
post,
started 2007.
Remember when people would post like status updates, but it was like because it like followed your name, it wasn't just like a thought. It was Tom Caswell is having a good time or whatever. Like,
by the way, my favorite thing about
Facebook
Facebook is that like the Facebook memories. I haven't made a post on Facebook forever, but Facebook memories, I'd like to go in that. It'll be like 15 years ago, and it will be all fucked up because it doesn't
because
have
it won't
that.
have your name. It will just be like is blank blank blank.
And so my thing will just be like tired. Like it just says 15 years ago tired. I'm like, man, I was going through it that day.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And like I remember you couldn't
So
post
stupid.
your wall. Remember your wall was like
Wall.
it was separate because I remember getting lambasted when I joined on Facebook the first time because I posted on my own wall, and like my friend like messaged me and was like, yo, you can't be posting on your own wall. You post on other people's walls.
Right.
You post on your status. That's how this works. Oh, good times. Should we do the Pokemon? Or...
Well, the best thing, I guess, but I mean, with what's funny about Facebook is Facebook really brought all like the, every single time it was your birthday or New Year or whatever, people would message you or whatever, and it's so funny because I've really come almost full circle, right? So before college, no one was wishing me Happy New Year or whatever.
Yep.
Now, this year, barely.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, barely anybody. I'm talking like my mom wished me a Happy New Year, and a couple other people in my family, and that was it. We didn't wish each other.
If you
Happy
open the
New Year,
Discord,
right?
we got our community in there wishing each other.
Are you talking about Facebook? I don't even touch it. Like
I don't have Facebook.
Only posts.
What I'm saying is even in texts, right? Like even texts, like not even like a Happy New Year text anymore. Like my college friend group, nothing. Actually, what I did text in that group that night was how I really feel like we need to bring back and normalize having a fridge in your bedroom. I think it's really I do myself a disservice by not having a mini fridge in the bedroom because the amount of times I've woken up in the middle of the night and I'm like, oh, I really want a Gatorade, and it's all the way downstairs.
A Gatorade.
Yeah, I've been getting back into Gatorade. I've been drinking some
What
Frost
the
Gatorade.
fuck is going on?
I've been getting back in, baby. I am
I'm
back in.
I'm back in.
I'm back in. I used to
Now
drink
this really
was
needs
this
those
a big thing? Was this,
electrolytes.
were you almost called Gator or something because of
Yeah.
how much you like Gatorade? Like, we're talking about your back in. Like,
I'm
what are you
back
talking
in,
about your
baby.
back in?
Yo, Gators
Were you
not bad.
I
super
used to
into it?
drink. I used to buy the biggest jug of Frost Gatorade. Right, it was the Frost flavor.
That's the best one.
That's the
Right,
best one.
blue
I thought it was the
glass, yeah.
crispest. I thought it was the crispest flavor. Right,
Because it's called Frost, you fucking idiot. Not
No, it's because it's like
actually
it's like
It's
that like
crisp,
ice.
man.
It's that like
It's that
glacier blue,
ice.
man.
It tastes like I'm in the. It tastes like I'm in
You're
the Arctic
talking out your
Circle.
ass.
Absolutely.
Gatorade marketing got you, man. Like
No,
they
no.
No,
they
no,
No, you
nailed
drink
you.
one of those and it's like you feel like you're a penguin.
I
You're just
feel
you're
like I'm
dipping in.
down. Yeah, I feel like I'm in the circle. I feel like I'm in the Arctic
Yep.
Circle down there.
Yep.
I can feel the ice shards in my
He's not
throat.
wrong.
Okay.
You're
So I
so
used to
full of it.
drink so much of this stuff back in college. I used to have a big jug in my fridge all the time. And I was just, walking around in Stop and Shop, the local grocery store, and I passed by and I'm just like, oh, Frost. And I,
The old
Hell yeah.
and I picked it up and I was like, oh my God, this is fantastic. So I'm back. I'm buying it all over the place. So anyway, right. So I woke up in the middle of the night and I'm like, oh, I could really go for like a Frost Gator right now. But like, I don't want to walk all the way downstairs. Like, that's annoying. Plus, I got to walk by the kids' room. What if I like wake her up? I don't want to deal with that. So, like, why don't we bring back the fridge? Let's bring back the fridge.
You don't.
Why don't you do what I
No,
did?
we
Get
need
the
to-
tiny
we need
one.
to-
Get the little
Yeah,
one.
yeah. But we need to
I ha-
normalize it as a society that adults can have a fridge in their fucking bedroom.
So
again.
you don't feel.
Eh.
But
Right.
were adults.
I'm calling
ever
him.
really
I'm
doing
calling him an
this?
idiot for this, and I have one in my bedroom. So
That's awesome.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. I said this to someone else, and they were like, "Well, you could just have like an insulated cup, like with water in it." And I'm like, "Yeah, I've done that. Like I haven't. Sometimes I will bring up a cup of water in an insulated thing or whatever, so it stays cold all night. But sometimes you just want some Gatorade. And then the other thing I was thinking is, fuck that.
Sometimes you just want some Gatorade.
Why don't we just have?
This is why you got to get
Frost
drained in the middle of the
particular.
night.
This is
yeah.
okay.
It is.
Drained. How about this idea? Okay, straw on top of the bed. Pull it down. Done.
Yeah.
Drinking the Gatorade.
I'm gonna.
It's in a chilled keg, right? And I'm sucking through the straw that's hanging over the bed frame.
Yep.
Done. It's like the hat they wear.
The
with
hat,
beer
yeah,
cans
it's
and
like the
stuff.
hat.
It's it's like a chilled container under the bed. Got the Gatorade.
I will agree with you because on the front of having easier access to beverages in the night. So our last apartment in the nighttime when we were about to drain ourselves, we were in our last apartment. We had like a faucet above our bed, because clearly so it was a railroad apartment, right? So at one point this was a house. The whole building was one house that has been converted into apartments. And it was a 2-bedroom apartment, but we had decided to make the bigger bedroom like our office space, and the smaller bedroom was like where we slept. And there was like a faucet in like on the wall, like it was old-timey like kind of tap kind of thing. And that was on the wall and it had been painted over, right? So it was just like the paint of the wall was on that. But it made me think, I was like, I would love to just have a faucet bedside table, just pour some water and have it right there,
but chilled. Access. It's got to be like for me, it's got to be crisp, cold, ice. See, you're of the European / not American descent, so you don't care about.
This is what I'm talking about. The ostracization. I was in Harry Potter 3.
Listen, I got ostracized. We got ostracized when we went to Italy and London. They looked at us like,
oh my God. Yeah, you didn't live there when you were in high school.
I was there for 2 weeks.
In your most formative years?
I was there for 2 weeks. 2 weeks is enough to be ingratiated into the culture.
All right. Well, I'm sorry my fellow white guys feel so discriminated against. Why don't we talk about today's Pokemon? It's the 409th episode.
It's about time.
I would say that the Italian is the lowest.
God, here we go.
Is the lowest on the totem pole of white.
Well, that is probably maybe Jewish people as well, but
let's not get into this conversation.
We're down there.
Rampardos is a large dark gray dinosaur-like Pokemon.
And I just want to clarify, because before anyone takes that out of context, I just want
Yeah.
to clarify what I mean there is
Yeah.
that during the early 20th century,
Yeah.
Italian people, Jewish people, Greek people, not
Yeah.
considered white.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. That's why we
And it-
celebrate Christopher Columbus. Blah blah blah
Right.
blah.
I just
that's
want to make
why-
it clear that
Yeah.
I'm
And that's
not
why I'm
saying
making, and that's why I'm also not being serious, but also making the little joke that Italian, especially Southern Italians, okay,
Yeah, Sicilians like me.
Actually, I'm sorry, not even Southern Sicilians, who are the
Yeah.
peasants of peasants.
That's
okay,
me, Mr.
That's me,
Peasant.
baby. That's me. I come from nothing. Okay, big time
Pesantino.
peasants right here. Okay, I'd like to think that my ancestors were Roman emperors, but look, I was a peasant.
No,
forever.
no, you were living in the mud getting squids for the emperors to eat.
I know. My family's lucky they even got on the boat to come over
They
here.
actually didn't eat that kind of food back then. They felt like it was bottom feeder food. Same with like lobsters and stuff. Anything
Well, yeah,
came out of the
this-
mud, people didn't
right.
want.
Right. There's no
we need
paisan.
tomatoes.
Right. There weren't any. I don't think there were any
No,
tomatoes. in
tomatoes
Italy.
came from America, bud.
Yeah.
You
There were
can
no
eat 'em.
tomatoes in the olden times. But yeah. Anyway, come from presents. Pokemon.
Yes.
Rampardos.
Rampardos. Let's talk
Rampardos.
about what an episode we're off to already, boys.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we could talk about the other thing that I texted you guys earlier today.
Oh, listen, don't worry. I already put that into listener mail. It was sent in by you. It's just too good not to. Today's Pokemon is Rampardos. Alex, can you help explain this Pokemon's name origin?
Sure. So it may be a combination of a rampart, which is a defensive wall, ram to slam into, or a rampage and hard, as well as
Holy fuck.
Cranidos. Cranidos?
Mhm.
We're going with Cranidos.
Cranie, like
Ram-
cranium.
Yep. That's it.
Great. Brilliant.
It also has the highest base attack stat of all rock type Pokemon.
I think this Pokemon looks badass. And I think there's only one major problem with it, and that it is a straight rock type. And this Pokemon should either be like a steel type as well or a fighting type.
Right.
It should either be a steel or fighting dual type. It shouldn't just be a straight rock type. And that just sucks because like I'm probably not going to keep it in my party. But it's pretty tough. It's pretty badass. It's pretty cool Pokemon.
I agree.
I'm not a big fan of the horns on its like that are where its ears are. I don't like those horns. Those horns don't look good.
My biggest problem with this is that I think it plays it too safe. I think it's too similar to the mid-gen evolution.
Yeah.
There is no mid-gen.
Or Cranidos, its previous. The previous one. Right, gotcha. Okay, yeah. I just think it's too similar. It's just like, let's just extend everything. The horns are bigger, the body is bigger. A perfect Pokemon evolution for me is something that looks familiar, right? Like, looks like it came from the previous thing, but also is doing something a little else. And this isn't really doing much more for me. It's just a bigger...
I mean, the other one is cool, but the problem with it is that it looks like a child. I want the adult dinosaur version, so that's why I like this.
Oh, no,
I do see what you're saying about the spikes, though, Alex.
Sure, I get
that. The two spikes on the ears look stupid.
Those aren't the ones that bother me. The two spikes on the knees are the ones that bother me.
Well, I also see where Tom is coming from. It looks like they just pinched...
Just a bigger,
yeah.
Just a bigger, stronger Pokemon.
And I mean, I don't want to spoil the future. The next fossil that we're about to get into, but that's way more of an interesting jump. But regardless, I think that this is a solid fossil Pokemon.
Yeah,
that's true.
I think it's solid. I don't really have any two qualms. I would also say it's rock solid. I would also say though, it's just because it's pure rock. What am I using this thing?
All right, let's hear what the Pokédex has to say. Its skull withstands impacts of any magnitude. As a result, its brain never gets the chance to grow. So it's dumb.
Oh.
It's a dumb Pokemon. It's a dumb Pokemon.
Okay. Yeah. It's a little sad that.
That's actually kind of funny. What do we got going on with the shiny? Oh, shiny is actually a very different color swap because we're going blue to red.
Yeah.
That's at least we're not like, here's a different shade of blue. You know?
Yep.
Not bad. Not bad with the red. All right, well, guys, let's take a look at our list of Pokemon. We got to find where to place this one. I did number them the last time.
Right.
So now
Okay, cool. Where did we
What's
put
wrong?
No, nothing's wrong.
Cranidos
mean,
went
I would-
below Shinx.
I mean, I guess kind of by default, I would put it just right above that.
Right above.
Do you think Cranidos is a better design, Alex?
Yeah.
The base.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm cool with that.
Like
I
I don't
think-
think
I
this
think-
is.
honestly, I
I don't think this
think
is an
I agree.
improvement.
Okay.
I think this. I
agree.
think it detracts. It puts
Okay.
too many spikes on him. It like is it literally. I feel like this.
Well, do you
Pokemon
want to
is
do you want to go even
No,
further?
you know what I
do you
feel
want to
like?
put it under Staravia?
a little bit, but I feel like
Okay.
Whoa.
the new
Let me look at
the
Staravia.
evolution is the equivalent of a horse. A camel is a horse designed by committee. I feel like the evolution is Cranidos designed by committee.
Okay, but Staravia looks real fucking dumb.
All right, fine. Jeez.
Can you look at this fucking Superman poof
Yeah.
on its head?
Yeah, I mean, the Superman poof does kind of make it look
It's
dumb.
real. It looks like someone was like
Yeah.
they did like the Dairy Queen, like the top of the ice cream.
Oh,
cone.
the hot chocolate.
All right, yeah, that's fine.
All right. Yep.
I
right
wanna-
under Cranidos then.
All right,
Okay.
you sold it.
All right, Rampardos going in at slot number 16. But I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of Pokemon that start separating those two and several others.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Because it only goes just above Staravia.
Mhm.
Yeah, see this I like this. I like this listing that we're doing here. All right, boys. Well, here we are doing the show. I have a segment for us because I am thirsty.
Oh.
Haven't tried this yet. It's brand new Spindrift Peach Strawberry.
Ugh.
Oh,
Not a
you're
fan
doing
of
it live.
peach.
Doing it live.
Not a peach fan.
Oh no, this is one of those you ever have it where like the thing doesn't like actually want to break open?
Oh no.
Bad
this doesn't
signs
play
already.
well.
Bad
Yep.
signs already.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna get the sniff test.
Sniff.
I mostly smell strawberry.
Okay.
And it's
It is the more pun. Jeez.
that might be the sweetest Spindrift I've tasted.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
In a good way.
7% juice.
Ooh, is that higher than normal?
I'd say that's probably on the higher end. It's 13 calories. I think the highest Spindrift is like 12 maybe or 15. So it's right around the top. It's pretty good. It does taste, it is the most juice-like of a Spindrift. God, this tastes like a candy, and I'm trying to place what candy it tastes like.
Would you buy it again? Ooh.
Yes, but I don't think it's going to be a part of my normal rotation.
Would this be
I
one
think this
that you
would
would
be-
use with booze?
That's exactly what I was thinking. Yes, I think this would be really good with some booze, with either like some gin or some whiskey, and just like maybe a little bit of something else throw in there.
Okay.
And that would be
Okay.
It's good, but it's not as good to me as like the citruses, like the lemon, lime, grapefruit, or the blood orange, tangerine. I would put it below all of those. But to me, those are like top tier. You know, those are the very top. It's good though. I've been looking forward to it. I had to go out of my way to get this. I got it yesterday. It wasn't like nearby at any of the locations. I had to actually like drive somewhere. They don't have it on Amazon in like 8 packs or anything. You can only buy it from the website in packs of 24, which I didn't want to do for a flavor I didn't know would be good. That would be nuts.
Well, you got mixes for a bit.
Yeah. So there we go. Peach,
I have
strawberry.
I have some unsnacked as well because I got signed up for that Universal Young.
Grab a can, grab a bag. It's delicious, not nutritious, unsnacked.
It's actually ridiculous how good that jingle is. Yes, Universal Yums. We've talked about, I don't know necessarily if it was this one or a different kind, but we talked about a service like this before.
I had it at one point.
It was this though, Universal Yums. That was the name of it. I just don't know
No,
if
because
there's
I had the one that
multiple.
was just Japanese candy.
Oh, okay. Well, this is Flavors of the World, right? So it's sending you snacks from different countries. Um, my uh my girlfriend's sister signed me up for this. I have it for 6 months. First country was South Korea. Before we get into the snacks, it comes with a little pamphlet, right? And talks about the snacks, also talks about some facts about South Korea. Did you know that everyone in South Korea shares the same birthday? Everyone gains a year on New Year's Day. That's when you age up.
You know,
And
I said this. I argued this, I think to a teacher one time,
yeah.
that I thought that like just because you were born on January 1st doesn't mean you get to drink any earlier than me. I feel like everyone of that year gets to drink. Big celebration. We all go
Sure.
out January 1st. Boom.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
That day.
I love that.
Anyway, go
I
ahead.
love that you are pinning it around when you turn 21. But
What
yeah,
else? What
everyone.
other reason?
So,
Like, who
so
cares?
here's the thing. Not
Yeah.
only does everyone age up on New Year's Day, when you're born, you are considered 1 year old in South Korea.
No,
So
Okay.
Tom,
yeah,
do you know the other fact about this?
go ahead. I mean, potentially.
You are 24 hours too late because yesterday this went away and a new law changed their aging system. And now everyone is not only a year younger because you used to start at year 1, not year 0,
Right.
but now everyone is only aged by their international birth date like every other system. This is now a defunct fact that you are telling people.
Wow.
I feel like I should make sure that is known, that this is no longer true.
Crazy. That is wild. Well, there you go. What about the Chris, can you tell me about the legal status of the masseuse verification, please? Because in order to practice massage, you must be blind in South Korea.
Whoa, now that's a weird one.
It's been in contention. There's been legal battles over it, but
Very conservative there.
according to this pamphlet, yeah, they wanted to create
What's the date of that pamphlet?
I don't know.
Well, fucking check.
I don't know if it has a date on it. I mean, it's up. It is posted up to the moment because they have like customer of the month and everything. So it is recent. But yeah, they
So long
have
as you got it before yesterday, the birthdays was true.
I mean, I did get it before yesterday. I did. And yeah, they wanted to create a good career path for blind people. So they said, if you want to practice being a masseuse, you have to be blind.
Okay.
Anyway, so the snacks that we had a choco pie, a green tea choco pie. This is probably my least favorite. So this is like a marshmallow biscuit or like a cookie with marshmallow and then covered in chocolate, but green tea flavored. It was very overwhelming on the green tea. So wasn't necessarily a fan of it. It was okay. I had a mascarpone filled shortbread cookie, which has French, and the French is coq d'asse, but if you read it, it looks like it says coq d'ass. And these were my
Nice.
favorite. The coq d'ass was my favorite. It was I I only wanted one biscuit initially because I was like, oh yeah, I'll have one of those, and then I just like hoovered the whole box.
Hell yeah.
We had a sweet and sour strawberry flavored chews. This was basically high chew if you've ever had a high chew before. So they're like very
Fucking
like
love that chew.
it's a starburst, but like a lot more chewiness. Like it's not as soft, and it was sour. But when it was very slight. I was very disappointed. I thought, oh, maybe this is something I could recommend to Tuna, but it wouldn't even register on your radar, the sourness, unfortunately.
Okay.
Shrimp chips. I don't know if you guys are a fan of shrimp chips, but I love shrimp chips. And these were some of the best I'd ever had. Honestly, just phenomenal. And then some peach gummies, basically like little, like the gummy lifesaver kind of thing, peach flavored. They were fine, forgettable,
Okay.
forgettable in the pack. Yeah. Oh, final one, Choco Corn Puffs. So imagine a Cheeto-like snack, but instead of cheese flavored, it's chocolate flavored. It was very good. I enjoyed them. Don't know if I would
That
necessarily
actually
go
sounds
for
awesome.
them. Don't know if I necessarily go for them, but just think, yeah, it was like a Cocoa Puff but elongated. Like that's what it was.
Have you ever given your
very cool.
dog yak cheese, the popcorn, the yak popcorn?
No, I haven't, but I have heard of it.
It's awesome. It's so cool. It's really good. It's just like this really hard little bits of yak cheese, and it comes in what looks like a popcorn bag. Put it in the microwave, and then it puffs up. And it's basically you could eat it like it's yak cheese, but it
Mhm.
puffs up just like a cheese doodle. Just it doesn't have any like powder or coating on it, so it's very bland. But
I mean, I'm always looking for snacks that my dog and I can both eat. So
yeah,
honestly, that sounds great.
yeah,
Cool. Anyway,
cool.
that was my instincts thing.
There we go. Alex, you have an unsnacked for. Well, I guess you talked about
The
Gatorade already.
Gatorade.
So.
There
You're
you
back
go.
on the
Dude.
Gatorade train. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
That was pretty incredible. What's been going on? New year,
Well,
happy 2024.
Yeah.
yeah,
2024.
happy 2024. My PlayStation headset is not working properly, so I have to send it in.
VR?
Yep.
Oh, I meant to tell you, I think you should try setting it up in another space and see what happens so that you can determine whether or not it's the space you're in and something is causing that issue or not. So
Yeah.
just bring the PlayStation into the like other side of your room or upstairs or something and plug it in and try it before you go through the whole process. Because if it does work somewhere else, then that means they're going to see it works and they're just going to send it back. So you should save yourself that trouble
Yeah.
and try and do this before
Well,
you.
what's the problem? What's happening?
The problem is that the I get there's an issue with the tracking,
Yeah.
and anytime that I play, the space that I'm in moves. So even if I'm sitting still or standing still, the Demeo board table will just move away from me, or the green that we're on in mini golf will shift back and forth, up and down, or I'll just phase out, and the PlayStation VR headset will tell me it cannot track my surroundings and will take me out of the game. So I've tried cleaning the lenses. I've tried resetting. Well, not resetting, but I've tried turning it on, turning it off again.
Well, this is no skin off your nose because you didn't pay for it because I gifted it to you. So
Correct.
yeah,
Oh, that's true.
And
Rick
you know,
can just take you to the store and you can just buy one yourself.
right. And the other, I mean, the real thing is that there is no difference in anything in this room from when we were playing Demeo. The only thing I can think of is that when we started playing Demeo, I was in a seated template position, I guess, or like, whatever, the small little circle that they let you sit in.
Yeah.
And then I switched it to make my own space. And now it's like, no.
And I assume well, I'm not gonna do
Went
tech.
through all the support.
Yeah, you probably did all the things that you tried.
Yeah.
That's crazy that we've all sent our
Yep.
headset in. That's so funny.
Yep.
Wow.
So I'll have to send it back in. The tournament, the mini golf tournament, will be delayed again. But
We played some mini golf for fun though, which was really nice.
it's not, like I would say the tracking issue isn't so bad that it affects my mini golf game, but during the tournament, if there's any
Sure.
kind of shift,
You shouldn't have to deal with that at all anyway, though.
I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
any kind of shift during the tournament, and then I'm gonna have that in the back of my mind that, oh, you should have sent it in and see it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You should
So-
call tomorrow, by the way. You should get that process started now so they can send you that box.
I already got it. It's I didn't get the box, but I'm getting it sent.
Oh, okay. You called. All right, great.
Yeah. No, I didn't call. I went on the internet.
Oh,
Yeah,
weird.
that's how I did it too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Online.
Oh, you know why? Because my problem was with the controller and not the headset, and they don't have that option online.
There you go.
They only have the option if you have a problem with the headset. And then it was like, which
Yep.
of the three? Like, it was like, is it a track? I was like, nope, it's the control. They were like, you have to call.
Yeah. I think, if I had to
Motherfuckers.
guess, like I know anything, I would say one of the cameras is fucked. One
Yeah.
of the cameras is fucked up.
Yeah.
So,
Have you dropped it as it got banged into stuff? How many
I don't
times have you
think
hit into
it's-
that steel beam?
I've never hit into the steel beam.
Have you,
I-
did you cut out? Because you can, I think you might be able to cut out like a hole in your grid. So you could put a grid around that beam.
Yeah.
You might want to do that.
Yeah. No, I mean, has it fallen off the couch? Yeah. It's fallen off the
Okay,
couch.
great. Yeah.
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 So when they send me a new one, I will get a hook that I'll hang it up on now instead of throwing it on the couch.
Yeah.
I don't throw it.
Well, Alex
just
has an
place it.
issue with
Just
the
want to
fact
clarify,
that
PlayStation.
Yeah.
You're
I
listening.
didn't throw it. I just put it down.
Tom
you-
wasn't in Harry Potter, and I did not throw
Yeah.
that VR headset on that couch.
Correct.
Alex might be in trouble though, because he's missing
What?
something from his headset.
What do you mean?
Well, you put the globular cluster on, but then you threw out the original pads.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have the original pads. I think it's on space.
That might be a problem.
Why would that be a fucking problem?
Because you've just you've taken it apart. Like when you receive that box, it is like, you better have everything in here, motherfucker, or we are coming after you.
What do you mean?
We're coming after you.
On the writing, it like lays out. I don't know if Chris's experience was similar, but there's a piece of paper in the box that like explains exactly where everything needs to go,
Yeah.
and it makes it seem like if you do not place things in the right place, someone from Sony is going to come assassinate you. Like
They were like, they told me on the phone too. And the thing is, like, you must have the printed receipt for this so that we can tell it's in warranty. And I was like, listen, asshole, I don't have a printer. Like, I told the guy on the phone, I'm like, I don't have a printer, but you're gonna have to fix this anyway. He was like, well, we have to make sure it's in warranty. I'm like, it hasn't existed for a year.
yeah.
I was like,
Right.
so if you don't know if it's in warranty, then you got to figure that out.
Right,
Like,
right.
Also, the serial number is on it.
Wait,
Yeah.
the
You
wait,
just
I
had
need
me
to get
read
I
the
need to have
serial number to check
receipt
the
on
warranty.
I don't have the
Yeah,
I don't have the fucking receipt anymore.
of course.
Well,
you don't.
to be fair, I don't think I packaged a receipt in mine either. But you not having like parts of the headset attached to it anymore is probably going to be a problem.
Yeah, I don't. Did you actually throw it out, or did you just put it somewhere? Maybe.
It might be in this box.
All right, we'll figure it out after pocket. We got a
No,
podcast
no,
to do.
no.
Well, because here's the problem, Tom. Right? He could send it in with the front piece of the globular cluster, but if they exchange the headset out, he's gonna get it
Fucking
back.
ridiculous.
Yeah, he's not going to get it back.
He's gonna get a new headset. So then
Yeah.
he's not gonna have.
Yeah, remember they took my headphones off.
That's what I
headset
told him.
attachment.
I was like, oh, here's the problem.
Oh no, I saved it.
All right.
It's ripped.
But what about
though.
Uh,
I mean, that's not
okay.
my problem. That's
Good luck.
That's
Good luck.
faulty fucking.
Oh, I'm just
you know.
wishing you luck. I'm just wishing you luck at this point. All right?
Yeah.
No, if they call me and they say it's ripped, I'm gonna.
Yeah,
go,
of course.
Yeah, because I.
But you have the
to, like,
plastic part that attaches to. Okay, great.
fucking assholes. And I mean, this is some cheap shit for $600. This is some
Well,
cheap
it's
shit.
because
They got
it's
here.
because the rest of the hardware
Sure.
is very impressive.
Yo, you know what I got to tell you? So the Oculus
Yeah.
globular cluster has a new back. It has a new backing piece, and it's way better than the one on the PlayStation. I wish they made it for. Look at this. It's plastic, and it's it's rubber. It's this really squishy, soft rubber, and it's like a honeycomb pattern. It's super grip, like it really grips onto you well, but it's so much better cushion than anything else that I've like. Even the PlayStation VR globular cluster.
Does it make it more comfortable than the PSVR
It's-
headset overall? Or
No, because it's so much heavier than the PSVR headset. And I was telling Alex, I'm having some trouble with this because I don't know what my IPD is, right? So, and it doesn't have eye tracking. So there's,
Yeah.
it's like, if you have a Quest, you press a button on the bottom left and you select your IPD, which is the distance between your eyes, and you have to move the lenses in the right place. If you have a PlayStation, you go into a screen, and because it has eye tracking, it'll show you like where it is lined up with your face. There's nothing like that on the Quest because there's no eye tracking. So not only do I not know if it's like askew, if it's angled, if it's up too high, or if it's down too low at all, But I don't know what my eye distance is, and I've been starting to get headaches from it. And I've never gotten a headache from the PSVR 2. So my guess is that it's because I don't know what the correct IPD is. And then I looked up what this is what they tell you to do to get your IPD. Have you looked at this before, Tom?
No.
To get your IPD so that you can set it, you're supposed to either get another person with a ruler, and they're supposed to take the ruler while you look straight and put one end of the ruler dead center with one eye, and then look how many millimeters the other eye is. And that's your IPD. If you don't have someone to help you, you're supposed to do it in a mirror.
Yeah.
And you mark it like, come on. Why
I mean,
do they
how
not
else are you
have a
gonna do
better
it?
way to do this?
How else are you gonna do it?
Should I like take a torch and like try to melt?
No.
so that
oh my
No, you
God.
should not. No, you should not.
Yeah, definitely don't recommend
No,
that
you should
one.
maybe put a piece of tape over it on the backside, like on the inside of it, because you can put the tape on the inside and then put it back on.
You know what though? Like that's not my problem. Like just because like this little bit of cosmetic is ripped doesn't mean the fucking headset.
Yeah, no, it probably won't. It probably won't be an issue.
I'll make up some shit that my 2-year-old you're gonna fuck over a dad.
I mean,
Yeah.
they don't.
Well,
what else has been going on? Chris, you have any news or what's been going on in your life?
Well, I got married on Sunday.
hey.
Which it's slowly been trickling into the Discord
Did you?
because I forgot, like, since I don't have X anymore, I forget that anyone ever sees anything that I do, because like I rarely post the threads, and I mostly just read on there, but I do have Instagram.
Right.
So obviously some people knew, and then, which is great. But I was like, oh, I'm not going to share on the Discord, so I can just announce on the show. That's kind of fun. But yeah, on Friday, Therese texted me and was like,
What date is this?
the
It
29th.
would have been the
29th.
Yeah, so Friday the 29th, Therese texted me and said, she's away, by the way, like working. She's in Philadelphia, and she texted me, can you find somewhere for us to get married on Sunday? The date's 123. And I was just like, because it's 12/31/23 if you're in America. Which I was like,
Right.
all right.
Doesn't work if you're not.
First place I found was like an online thing, but
So what was the problem with the courthouse? Why couldn't the courthouse too late notice?
yeah, I don't even know if they're open on Sunday, like available for that kind of like, I don't
Oh.
know. But like you have to apply
Yeah.
for the application, and then they'll send you the application paperwork, and then it's
Oh,
like it takes
yeah.
like 3 weeks.
Oh, okay.
This place essentially like streamlines it because they're like a notary. You could do like green card and passport applications there, all stuff
Sure.
like that. And they'll do the equivalent of the courthouse ceremony. So like they read the exact same thing that's at the courthouse. So you go in, it costs more money, right? But it's instant. So it's
Right.
like you just have to. It was amazing when I found this place. I call. So I find a location on Google Maps. It's in the valley, so it's not far away. It's like 20 minutes away. And I go, Therese, this is like across the street from Chili's. And she's like, fucking book it. Let's go. We got to do it. So we're going to go to get Chili's for our reception.
Wait, I'm sorry. Do you like Chili's or
Oh, dude, Chili's rules.
what?
Chili's
I did not know
fajitas?
that you were a
Oh, I love
Chili's
Chili's.
connoisseur. I did not know
Chili's,
that you
of all
were
the like chain restaurants, Chili's is, I think,
baby backs.
top tier. Baby back ribs, the fajitas. Alex, no other fajitas have ever been as good as Chili's except for Pancho's. Pancho's fajitas
Ponchos.
near you were like
Yeah.
elite fajitas. These
Yeah.
to me they're great. Also, El Presidente margaritas, fantastic. Bottomless chips. I mean, you can't beat it. It's great. Chili's rules. So we're gonna go get married. Then we're gonna go to Chili's, and it's great because it's on New Year's.
Yeah.
John, who's been on the show before, John Murphy, was coming over for New Year's already anyway. So
Okay.
he comes to drop his dog off later in the day, and because I'm watching the dog for him that night, and I'm like, hey, you guys want to come be our like witness earlier in the day on New Year's? He was like, what? I was like, yeah, we're gonna get married. So we order a silicone ring off Amazon. So I got a ring so that I can put on.
Right. Oh yeah, right. Because well, that wouldn't have mattered, but they've cared.
No, but it was just
okay.
more of a like, why not?
It was for you.
Plus, yeah. Plus, like, I'm probably gonna wear this primarily and put the actual ring in like a box unless I'm going out somewhere and not wear the real one.
I mean, dude, I do not wear my ring.
Yeah.
Almost ever.
Yeah. That's
hate it.
So, when I call this place, the lady has like this really thick Armenian accent, like, and she's got like really strong attitude. I love her. She's great. I was like, hey, do you have any availability? She goes, yes, for tomorrow. And I'm like, all right. What about Sunday? And she goes, Sunday. I don't know about Sunday. I'm not doing the accent, but this is the way she said it.
Sure.
Sunday. What about? I know how these previously ons work. I don't want to end up the front and center of it.
You're the
one who makes it. You're the man.
Yeah,
You get to edit out anything you say.
I know, but you got to go with the gold, you know? So I'm like, yeah, but what about Sunday? And she goes, well, we have one slot. She was like, but you better come. And I was like, excuse me? She was like, if I give you my one slot, she goes, it's tough. I can give it to you, but you cannot cancel. A lot of people want that slot, which I didn't realize. Apparently, there was like an article that went out like the next day that was like, a lot of people were like, oh, this is going to be a huge day for weddings because of the date. Like, apparently New Year's are big days of weddings. Oh, you do?
They are. I know someone that got, well, not like very personally, but I do know someone that got married on 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. So there you go. I had no idea.
Yeah.
So she ends up giving it to us. We were like, okay, well, we have the reservation for it. And then it was like, she's still away. So the next day I pick her up and we're like, okay, so we're actually doing this. All right. We go to Nordstrom Rack, pick up some clothes, come home.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, when you picked up clothes, I feel like you would have had
I don't have anything that fits me good because I've lost a lot of weight.
Okay.
I didn't want to. So the suit jacket I wore, I got for someone else's wedding. Okay. And I don't like how I look in it because it is a lot. It's, you know, it was a suit jacket that I got when I was almost 30 pounds heavier. So I was like, oh, I feel like I look a lot bigger now in this. You know, like the sleeves come down a little too far on me now. And like, but yeah, and she wasn't going to wear her dress because we're still going to, when we go to Hawaii, we're still going to like have someone come and take pictures and stuff and whatever, but probably not actually do like a ceremony anymore. But,
wait, when do you go to Hawaii?
Well, that was the thing. That's part of why we did this. We've been trying to do it for a year and it's been impossible. Like the whole plan originally was just go and elope in Hawaii and have pictures taken. She got a dress already and stuff like that. But like, it's just, we haven't, because of work, we haven't been able to schedule anything.
Right.
Like if we had been able to take a vacation, we would have done it. So that's why I was like, this is dumb. Like we're waiting for nothing now. So let's go get married. And then now when we get to Hawaii, we'll take pictures then. Plus, it's nice, like, I have more time to get in even better shape for that, you know? But yeah, so then the next day we were just calling. Like, I called my mom, like, which was, like, the one I was worried about. I was like,
well, yeah, probably because
maybe upset.
Maybe would want to be there.
Yeah, but because of the spontaneity of it, no one was really, even my mom was like very excited. She was like, great. And she was like, oh, good. She was like, everyone keeps asking when you're actually going to get married. She's like, now I can tell them.
This is way more convenient.
Yeah. So that was good. Everyone was happy that we do it.
Everyone was happy.
I had Teresa's friend who came as well because they were only allowed to let us bring a couple people in. So she brought her friend and I brought my friend John. She held the phone for me, so like I had my mom on FaceTime so she could watch through FaceTime. So there you go.
Okay, that's very nice.
Yeah. And she was like, oh, it was great. I didn't realize my mom was at my aunt's because I just had to do it very quick and hand it to her. Because the lady walks in the room, she goes, okay, stand up or do this. I was like, oh, 1 second. I was like, she goes, okay, let's go. I'm like,
wait, was it like people were like waiting in the room and
we had like a 40, listen, when we walked in, right, the first people that just finished getting married walk out, and this woman
just finished.
Well, there's a guy
married.
walking out. I love that phrase.
Just
baby.
Finished getting married. Yeah.
And then the woman walks out, and she's in like what kind of looks like a wedding dress until you notice the big fairy wings she has on. And she's got like a magic wand. So that was pretty cool. And then when we leave, as we're like signing the final paperwork at the end, the next people come in to get married, and this woman walks in with just like a Dungeons and Dragons style like corset and like one of those like archer like armbands on her arms, and like she's like all D&D'd out, and the guy walks in and he's dressed like a pirate.
Oh my god. I mean, that
You were
sounds
like,
great.
and Therese looked at you. I was like, oh, what have I
No,
done?
she loved this. She thought it was a bit. She was like,
Mhm.
"Oh, we seem like the lamest people here."
Yeah,
I
right.
mean,
Because you're just like in normal attire or whatever.
when we looked at the reviews, the best part of the reviews is half of the reviews are like, "Oh, it was great. We got married, then they processed my green card application."
They can do both. They can do both there. They can do both. It's a
Ah.
one-stop shop. It's a one-stop shop.
And it was so funny because she was like, you know, the lady she's doing our paperwork. She's like, "Okay, well, what else do you need? Do you need the international version?" You know, she goes, "You don't need any of that stuff." I was like, "No, we just want the paperwork." She's like,
She's like, really?
"Okay."
Do you need a green card
Yeah.
process? Amazing.
Then we went to Chili's.
Baby back ribs,
Yeah, Chili's baby back ribs.
barbecue sauce.
And the best part of being at Chili's was my friend Emily, who I also used to do podcasts with. She was like, "Can you come out and sing for
Sing.
them?" And so they sang happy instead of happy birthday, they sang happy wedding. And so they came out and they sang.
I thought she was asking you to sing. Yeah,
No. So she told the Chili's, and the Chili's people came out and they brought us a chocolate lava cake, which it turns out is very hard to cut. And they sang happy wedding.
Well, for multiple people, sure. Yes.
Yeah.
Traditionally, a single person.
Yeah. But it was
treat.
nice. A bunch of people came. Like Becky, who I used to work at G4, came. Some people from like Dodgeball came. So I had like people there from all over. Teresa had some of her friends there. And that was just for, you know, our Chili's reception.
Right.
We
Chillception.
you know, we wanted something, borrowed something blue. So I may or may not have wound up with 2 of the Chili's glasses.
Right. Yeah.
Margarita glasses.
I didn't know that people still did the something borrowed, something new.
Oh, I mean, it was a joke.
No. That's not how it goes.
What is it?
Something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue.
Oh, yeah. See, I didn't even know it was still a thing. So that's it. You're married. Done.
That's
it
it.
gone?
And then we had New Year's. It was great because some of the people that were at the wedding came, or the reception came over, did New Year's my place. Weird thing that happened.
Your place.
Yeah. Our place.
It's our place.
Yeah. A weird thing that happened was, so I think I told you once before about how we had gotten this Tom Cruise cake, this coconut cake from Tom Cruise once before.
No. Oh, maybe.
So there's this like weird, you can look it up. There's this weird story about Tom Cruise. Apparently, if you work with him or does stuff with you, you might end up on a list of his where like every Christmas or whatever it is, he'll send you this coconut cake, this really fancy cake that it's like a coconut. It's like a vanilla cake, but it has like coconut all around the outside. It's first of all one of the absolute best things I've like ever. It was unbelievable.
Is even for people that don't. I'm not a coconut fan. So
the coconut is so light, and it's all on the outside. It's not on the inside.
Okay.
But,
is it?
So you could
just
just
shavings.
It is, but again, you could just not eat those, and they weren't dry and didn't have that bad texture.
Right.
So I don't really know what they did there to solve that. But that being said, you could just eat the cake part, and then you wouldn't have to deal with that. So Therese had someone she worked with was on a list getting those, and he got them, and he had gotten multiple, and one of them came to work, so he gave one to Therese when she used to work with this person.
Right.
And then she still worked with this person for a long time. So this year, because she used to always bring up that cake because she always thought it was so funny, he sent her, this guy who's friends with us, he sent her like a crazy cake, apparently, like for the holidays. So it showed up while she was in Philadelphia, just this cake from Goldbelly. It was a Goldbelly delivery.
Right.
And I was like, we just got a cake from our friend Sal. And she was like, what? And I was like, yeah. I was like, I don't know. I guess we'll eat it on New Year's. Not thinking this was like before we had decided we were going to get married earlier in the day. So I was like, so then we're like, well, this is going to be our wedding cake. We don't know what this thing is. We go to open it.
Yeah.
We go to open this thing. You guys, first of all, we sent her a text. We're like, what did you order? Because it looks like pink Floam. Do you remember Floam?
No.
Floam was perceived as the knockoff, I would say the knockoff GAC, whereas GAC was like goo. Floam you could actually play with more, and it was like it's sort of like a kinetic sand because you could shape it and it would hold its shape.
Yeah,
but it was a little bit goop like.
Was it more like but it had beads in it?
Yes, and you see how this looks kind of beady, like
A
it's
little
really.
bit.
You see how
Oh,
this the
yes.
texture. Wow, I can't believe how good
Yes.
that zoomed in
That looks
on
good.
this.
Yeah, it
Tom,
looks
look at
good.
the texture of
Tom's
this
not
cake.
even fucking looking. This guy.
I'm looking at the texture.
So it's look at
I
this
know
cake.
what I know what phloem is. I
It's
know
a
what it
giant-
is.
It's a giant pink cake, and we cut into it. We're like, this is our wedding cake,
Fucking guy.
and it's all rainbows on the inside. And we're like, wait, what is this? It feels crunchy. We start to open a piece, and just
Yeah.
candy starts spilling out of the inside of this thing.
I
Oh.
remember. Yep, I saw this.
And he apparently just like ordered like a crazy expensive cake, and like on the instructions just told them send them a crazy cake. And like I looked it up, it was pretty expensive. I was like, oh cool, we have a wedding cake.
There you go.
Wow, that's
There
awesome.
it is. Newly married, been married for
Congrats.
I'm on my in my second year of
Second
marriage
year.
already.
Yeah,
Just like how in South
Yeah.
Korea it used to be your second birthday.
Right. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I am
Yeah.
I am in my second. You know, I was married in 2023. It's 2024 years, so now my second year of marriage. And we spent our first day married in 2024. We went to the zoo. So,
Well, you
there you
guys
go.
love the zoo.
well, we're members. It's 10 minutes away, so it's a nice place if you want to go get a good walk in. Giant otters are always fun.
Oh, giant otters.
Oh, the giant dude, they're like the size of like big golden retriever. Like they're
Wow. Oh,
dude, they're
okay.
huge.
All right.
Yeah.
I can fuck
Yeah,
with
they're
that.
awesome.
I can
Like,
fuck with that.
they look like you want to just like snuggle up with that. Like they're
I'm-
big boys.
I'm a big otter fan, so
Hell yeah.
that's great.
Good
I'm a
animal.
big
That's
otter
great.
fan. I did not know you were such an otter fan, Tom.
I just like otters. Like it's one of those things where it's like if an otter video on Instagram pops up, I'm gonna stop and watch it in its entirety.
Okay.
I'll say one other thing. So for New Year's, our friend Emily came over and she gifted us. She has a legal copy of the Eras Tour, but what she also gave us, and I felt like this is maybe one of the most LA things I've ever done, is she has her own cut of the Taylor Swift Eras Tour. So we watched Emily's cut of the Taylor Swift Eras Tour, which was great because she opened it with the AMC like opening, and she recut it with like Taylor Swift stuff. And
Amazing.
it says Emily's version instead of Taylor's version for
That's
stuff.
good.
Nice.
That's good. That's good.
Because the new version that you can like rent on Apple TV, it has a bunch of extra songs, but they just tacked them on to the end of it, and they're out of order, so they're not in the right place. So she's like recut them into the into the show where they're supposed to be. So we were watching that all day, and then I was telling Alex this earlier. You know how people on New Year's now, the thing to do is like pick a movie or something and sync it up with midnight.
Oh,
That's
sure.
what people would do at like Endgame. We didn't think of that early enough. So what we ended up doing was Phil Collins in the air tonight. And so when it gets to midnight, it goes.
That's dope. That's
we were
that's
appropriately
good.
drunk for that. And it was great.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's a good one. That's
So that
a
was it.
really good one.
It was a great day. And now I have, honestly, New Year's, not a day I used to really care about. Now I'm going to have, New Year's is going to be fun every year now.
Yeah,
New Year's is going to be awesome every year.
That's actually
now,
a
so.
really good. Take a shit holiday and make it your anniversary. Now you got a reason to do it.
I hate New Year's.
Yeah,
So
so now it's fun.
I take it, Tuna, you didn't do anything.
No, we barely made it to midnight. Actually,
should have come to ours. It was fucking popping off here.
dude, have a kid, have a 2-year-old, and then come talk to me.
You want him to travel to another state?
Yeah, come to Jersey, baby. Come across the.
The whole thing is like, I guess we could have pawned her off on one of our parents, but we felt bad doing that.
Sure.
Plus, we don't, who cares about it? No, at midnight, I was actually contemplating the fridge in the bedroom.
This is what you had the.
Is what I
you're
was
like,
doing.
you know what? My New Year's resolution 2024.
Get
Gatorade
a fucking mini
fridge.
fridge. Yeah, get a Gatorade mini fridge. So that's what I was doing.
Well, you did something earlier in the day, which I want to hear about because I think it's really cool.
What did I do earlier? What did I do earlier? Oh, the noon. Oh, yeah.
I thought that was so cool.
So the library in our town had Happy Noon Day, or Happy Noon Year instead of Happy New Year.
Happy Noon Day.
Happy Noon Day.
They had Happy Noon Day, which I thought was peculiar. I was curious as to why they were doing this.
So we went. We took her. It started at 10:30. It ended at noon. And she had a blast.
As Happy Noon Day does.
As it does. She had a blast. She was loving the dancing. She was I was impressed. Like,
what's her comprehension of time? What's that like?
0.
Okay.
There is no comprehension of time. There is I'm
What?
hungry.
Oh man, that would be so nice. That would be
I'm
so
hungry. I'm
fucking sweet.
tired. That's really her comprehension of things. Her
Yep.
she's starting to like not listen to me
Yep.
now. Like if I used to be able to ask her to do something or like ask
She'd
her
fit
to
in on the podcast. Though.
she like I used to be able to ask her and be like, "Hey, do this for us," like or say this, and she would do it. And now she looks at me and she's just doesn't want to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, she had a blast. She played with the toys and then was dancing, and I was pretty impressed actually. There was like parts of the song that the DJ was like, and then freeze, and then Avery like she froze. Like she froze. I was like, "Whoa, look at
like
you!"
Oh, that's
Beyonce.
awesome.
Look,
That's
and then she
awesome.
picked up one of those blow up guitars. I don't know if
Yeah.
you saw that. If Brittany posted
I
that
didn't
video.
see this. No.
But yeah, like there was a guitar solo happening in one, and she's got the guitar and she's strumming. It was
No
so funny.
way. That's
Yeah,
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I was like,
Future
look at
rock
this
star.
kid. Yeah, so she was really cute, and then yeah, she went to bed early that night. We had a great dinner. We had a steak and lobster surf and turf dinner with potatoes fried in duck fat. Woo! Let me
Oh
tell you.
my god.
It was pretty incredible, let me tell you. And then yeah, then I was contemplating fridges in the bedroom. You know, so
Oh yeah.
so here you
Fridges in the
go.
bedroom.
That was the surf and turf that we had.
Oh, you sent it to us? Can you
Yep.
you have a video of her with the guitar?
Oh yeah, let me see if I
Let me
have
see
it.
that. Oh yeah. You made this?
Brittany did.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, that's good.
Those potatoes are probably the best way I've seen potatoes.
Yeah, I think I got to start
How are they
making
made?
them like that. In duck
With
fat.
duck fat.
Oh. Well.
Yeah.
Love that. Love to see it.
Oh, whoops! Shared screen.
Oh,
I
was
forgot to
that
share
the
my audio.
was that the
That's the
guitar?
video.
That's great.
Yeah, she's like trying.
Okay.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
you see her trying
Yeah,
to strum.
not quite
I
as
saw I
What?
saw the clip
You thought
during
she
the
was wait? You
countdown.
you
thought
went like this.
She,
You went like this.
yeah, well, else am I gonna? I'm gonna go like this. Like that doesn't make any sense. Like, of
You
course, you're
made
not
it
gonna
seem like
understand.
she was rocking out.
She's 2.
Well, I thought that's why it was impressive.
It's impressive because she's strumming on a fucking
No, she's not
guitar.
strumming on it. She's just got a balloon in her hands.
Look at
Tom,
her
if your
fingers.
dog, if Zuko did that, you'd be like, "Look, it's
She's not a
impressive."
dog.
Look at her fingers. You got to be kidding me, Tom.
If she was a
Wait, go back. Hold on.
giant otter.
Let me get Chris's opinion on this because Tom doesn't think that she's fake playing the guitar. Chris, look at her fingers on the guitar.
All right, hold on.
I'm not saying that she doesn't understand that a guitar, you do that to a guitar. But she's not like playing along to the guitar solo.
No, I see it. I see it. I see it. She's doing this.
She knows the guitar.
Yeah,
is
she
going, and
knows.
she's
I'm not
doing
saying that she
this.
doesn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, but she's not
She's 2.
soloing. That's why I thought it was impressive
But
initially.
this is for a 2-year-old.
No, it's not impressive. This is impressive. You
All right, well, let's hear her American accent. And then...
get her on here.
Oh my! I can't believe it. Everyone else thought this was super impressive.
No, I agreed. I said she's strumming.
You're friends with lame people.
She's strumming. She's strumming.
She is strumming. She is strumming. I'll give her that.
She's plucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, plucking's probably a little bit.
Oh my
Hold
god!
on.
All right, you know what? She can count to 26. So fuck off.
So that's a good number.
27 confounds.
Yeah, she's like
well, the only reason she gets to 26 is because she counts the letters of the alphabet. So there's nothing to count.
There's nothing
26.
after that. Yeah,
there's nothing after 26. And I'll tell you another impressive thing she does.
No,
she knows all the lowercase letters by sight. So fuck
well, then she should be able to get to 52.
And
That's
she can
point.
spell dog if I ask her to spell dog. She knows it's D-O-G. So suck it.
It's spelled dog.
It's actually.
Can Zuko spell kid?
It's D-A-W-G. Tuna. Actually.
Dog.
Yeah. Can my dog spell daughter?
All right. Here's your. I'm gonna. Look, I wish this were if this were popular enough for us for this to be like a full-time job for everyone here, then I
Sure.
would be able to force you to do the following, which would be incredible, which is I would come up with a series of challenges, and Tom, I'm gonna pit Zuko versus Alex's
Amazing. Yeah.
child.
Zuko
I'm gonna
versus
see who can
Tuna's
do what the
daughter.
best. And
Isn't a
Amazing.
dog?
How do you
Isn't a
feel
dog
about
like
that,
as
Tim?
smart as like a 5-year-old?
I think it's like 3. I think it's
Well, then
like
Zuko
less
probably
than
has her
that.
beat.
I think their vocabulary is
He is
usually somewhere around
intuitive.
100 words, so it's
Pretty good.
He is
probably.
intuitive.
Yeah.
But that would be. I
Avery,
would love to
yeah.
watch the two of them go head to head in Taskmaster style challenges.
Beat her in a race, that's for sure.
She's getting pretty quick. She's
Yeah.
getting pretty quick.
Yeah.
She's getting
Yeah.
there. It's funny. She still runs like a top. Like how like there's like a definite transition between when they're running, where they're like stomping, running, and like when they actually run, like you and I run. And she's still in that like stomping phase. Like when I come in the
Of
door
course.
and she runs over to me, she's like blop 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 blop,
Yeah.
like she's waddling
yeah.
like a fucking penguin. Actually, she likes penguins, and she waddles back and forth and goes.
Oh,
penguin.
then you know what she's gonna love.
What?
Gatorade Frost.
Oh, she's gonna be all
That
over that
makes you
shit.
feel like a penguin.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is the slogan. New Year's for us, we had people over at ours because our New Year's last year was such shit.
Sure.
Because we tried to go out and like do the whole thing, and it just was sucked. So we just had people over. I made a ham.
Yeah,
It was
because New
fantastic.
Year's sucks, dude. New Year's is terrible.
Well, we had a good time. We had people over. We played Jackbox. We actually played one of the new party packs. The Jackbox.
New
Party
Year's
Pack
is
9.
fun when you don't make it when you don't make it a thing. When you
Yeah,
don't make it a thing,
just have people over,
or you
hang
get
out.
married.
Yeah,
But like when you don't
Yeah.
make it a thing, it's a great
Chris
night.
really made it a thing. He like made it a
I know
thing.
he like made it a thing. Now
He made
now
it.
you're
Yeah,
gonna
but then
remember that
the
for
New Year's part was still mostly just us and like 4 other
Yeah.
people.
Yeah,
You know,
that was
playing games and-
essentially what we had. So I've just been eating ham all week because we had so much ham left over. It was crazy. But no, it was a good time. Had a good New Year's. Been playing some games. Other than the usual suspects. Started playing. I got gifted Street Fighter, but
What's the usual suspects for you?
Yeah,
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
yeah, that's a good point. I don't know why I said that. Other than stuff that I've talked about before, is I guess what I was saying. Because I played some new stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
I started Mortal Kombat 1, the story mode in this.
Hell yeah.
Yo, this game, it's so fun. The storyline is great, and it's great because it's the universe has been reset. Like that's part of the story, is like this is a new universe.
Yeah,
And
Liu Kang
so-
is the new like
God of
Yeah.
time and all that jazz. Yeah, it's really great. Like I've been kind of obsessed with it. Played it a bit on stream. Had a ton of fun with that. Oh, we raised $1,500 for Extra Life last year. And we're going to be raising obviously 2024 money for 2024 all year. But that's what I've primarily been up to with being on break. But yeah, the new Mortal Kombat, super sick. Enjoying more of Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty. It just keeps getting better. It's
minus that
it is
accent from Idris.
except for Idris. Well, it's funny because he's actually been used way more sparingly. I don't want to ruin it for things, but it's very
It's
good.
front heavy with Idris.
It is for a little front heavy
Sure.
and then sporadically used. It's very, very good. Yeah. Oh, and then final new game that I started playing. It's on Game Pass. I think we've talked about it before.
Oh well, it's New Year, so this is usually when we start Game Club again, and
There we
then
go.
we
We'll
go
see-
till March. Let's see if we
yeah,
can
we'll
beat
see
our
how it goes.
record and actually do one in March.
It's called Jusant. This is the
Oh,
rock climbing game
Jusant.
from Don't Nod.
It's
Yeah,
the one that's like actually like really hard.
well, I haven't gotten far
It's a
enough
climbing
into it
game.
to think. Yeah, it's rock climbing.
I know, but
And
it's
it's-
like more realistic, right?
It is realistic.
Yeah, but
well, yes. Each hand is controlled by a trigger.
Right.
So when you let go of the left trigger, your left hand is reaching for the next, and so on, and you are placing the
Yeah, but it's not like it's
picks.
made by the people who make QWOP. You know,
No, it's not like that. It's not like that. Although I am starting to get to some more puzzling parts of it now. It's apparently very quick. I think it's about as long as Cocoon is, so I do think
Yeah,
it is a quick game.
I thought about playing it once, and it was I think the length was an hour longer than Cocoon, which is why I'd pick Cocoon. But if we want to make this our first game
I
club,
mean, it's a lot of it's really cool.
all right.
Initially, and the mechanics are really smart. So yeah, Jusant, if we want to make it a game club for January, I'm down for it. It's a good time, and it is on Game Pass, obviously. And then honestly, I've been playing a lot of the finals. I've been getting stuck in with my
Hell
friend Kenny and some of his friends doing tournaments. When you really sink your teeth into that game and like you're squatting up and communicating and using abilities and tools that balance each other out, it becomes addicting. It's the first we played for like 5 hours straight the other day, and it's the first time in a long time I've really had that feeling of like one more match, one more, like keep adding to it. So yeah, having a good time with the finals. And yeah, so those are the games that I've been playing. Also saw a movie called Deep Cover. This is a movie from 1990 starring Lawrence Fishburne and Jeff Goldblum.
Mhm.
It is a film noir about
Mhm.
Lawrence Fishburne, who's a cop who goes undercover as a drug dealer in Los Angeles. It rules. It is one of the most impeccably paced movies I've seen in a long time. The performances are obviously great, but I was just glued to the TV for forever. And it was surprising because this is one of the like Criterion movies I own, and it turns out I'd actually bought the DVD version. It wasn't even
Oh, you
1080p
fool.
Blu-ray. Yeah, I was looking at it. I was like, why is the case a different shape? What's going on
Yeah.
here? And then I potted it in. I was like, oh, it's a DVD. But I gotta say, it tells me a lot about compression rates because this DVD looked a lot better than a lot of shit that's on the internet.
Wow.
It looked.
That's honestly,
Yeah.
that's why I don't want 8K to happen for a really long time because
Mhm.
everything can look a lot better by just giving us better bit rates.
100, right, exactly,
I'd
100%.
rather have just bit rates go through the roof
Yeah,
instead of fucking pushing 8K.
another resolution
Yeah.
jump. Yeah,
Yeah.
so those are the things I've been playing and watching.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've been playing a lot of VR, AR stuff. Alex and I also have been playing some Walkabout mini golf again, which has been fun. Playing some Halo. We also played some Halo together.
We did.
Halo Infinite, man.
Good time.
Good game.
Great times. Let's play after this. Let's go. Wrap it up.
Oh, I'm down for that. Yeah.
Well,
wrap it
okay.
up.
Let's throw questions then to next week because I do have a game. Now,
Wait,
Tom,
hold on. I wanted to do one thing because it's gonna be stale.
I
quick.
wasn't gonna be done. I was gonna say something else.
Oh.
I was gonna check with you also before. Sorry. I was gonna say now, Tom, I
Sorry.
watched that animated series you told us about. I started it. What the hell is it called?
Scavenger's Reign.
Scavengers. So I started Scavengers. I watched the first 3 episodes. I both really like it and like I think the animation style is fine. I'm personally not a huge fan of that look.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think it fits the vibe really well. So like at first I was kind of like, I don't know if I'm gonna get into this, but the storytelling is really, really good. And it feels almost like honestly, this almost feels like it's animated because they couldn't make it in live action.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But like it feels like it's paced and written and performed like a live action and just like the way the pacing is, you know.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
So I really like the story. It reminds me a little bit of Infinity Train in the way that they like interact with like the problems they come across and the like creatures and things that they meet. And I loved Infinity Train. I also watched season 2 of I finished Gundam The Witch from Mercury. So now that show is done. And I also watched the first episode of a new anime out today on Netflix, which by the way is only coming out like episode at a time and not all at once. There's only one episode on there called Delicious Dungeon. It has some great voice actors in there, one of them being the live action actress of Nami from One
Oh,
Piece, Emily
okay.
Rudd, and it's basically about like a D&D party, but like in like an actual like you know medieval world with monsters and stuff. Um, and they're like also making food out of like monsters. So like they're like hungry and they gotta like go scavenging and getting food. And like one of the people they meet is like a chef and
Oh,
he
I
knows how
have
to like
seen the
eat
trailer for this.
it.
Yes.
The
Okay.
first episode is out and it was
All right. We'll
very
have to.
good.
I'll put it on for me and Brooke for sure.
Very good. And it, honestly, the animation is a little bit similar to the animation of Scavengers, but it is a little bit more detailed and it has like, more animation frames to it, but it's not like fully smooth like, you would typically expect it to be. But yeah, that's really good. And I don't know about you, but Alex and I both watched Taskmaster New Year's Treat.
Didn't
It
get around
was
to it.
very good.
Very,
So,
it was really good.
saw it on
Really
YouTube.
funny.
Did not
Really
get
But,
funny.
around.
Really good shit.
Don't get around to
But
that
that's
one.
it for me. Tuna.
Yeah.
What's your media?
No, it was we watched School Spirits on Netflix.
What's that?
It was like a weird like show about a girl who dies, but she is a ghost in the school after she dies. So
Okay.
yeah, it was
Did
fine.
not expect that. I thought this was going to be like, oh, it's like one of these documentaries about like cheerleaders or something. Like,
No, no,
okay.
no,
Is it
no.
comedy?
No. Oh yeah,
Okay.
it's like a common drama.
All right.
Anyway, that wasn't the point. The point was that not the point. The thing that I wanted to say was that this was going to be, well, I just didn't. Well, you know what? No, let's save it for next week. You could read it. You could read the text that I sent to you next week, and we'll talk about that next week because it really is time sensitive.
Oh, I was thinking we'd do that in the post show.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
All right. We're gonna do listener questions next week. Just because I have a game. We haven't had a game in a little bit. So, guys, who amongst you have watched? You hear that?
Yes.
Who amongst you have watched the clip from New Year's Eve with Anderson Cooper? And who was that guy, Alex? Andy Cohen?
Andy Cohen.
Did you see that clip, Tom?
No.
Well, John Mayer is at a cat bar, like a cat cafe in Japan, and they're clearly just wasted. And they're asking about it, and they're laughing hysterically. And Andy Cohen says, "Now we can play my favorite game, Name That Pussy," where they guess what the names of the cats are, which obviously doesn't go over well because he's like, "I'm gonna guess that cat's name's Calico," and they're all Japanese cats, so they're gonna have Japanese names. They're not gonna be named shit like Calico. However, that made me think, guys, what a great idea for a game. So today we're gonna play Name That.
Beautiful. Let's do it.
So you just see this, right? You're just seeing this square. You're not seeing anything else.
Correct.
Correct.
All right, great. Let me see how I get rid of some of this stuff. There we go. Okay. Just had to make sure you couldn't see the layers because that will give it away. All right. So we have 10 of these. If you want to text me your answer, we'll just go one at a time. Once I get one answer, then the other person can say it. Tom, you text me your answers, and then Alex will say his, and he'll go first.
Okay.
All right. Here's your first cat. These are all going to be cats in a video game.
Oh,
fuck.
All cats, cat characters in video games.
I don't remember what his name is.
If you can describe him well enough, I may give you the point. If you can describe the characters well enough, I may give you the point. But
I think this is his name. I sent it.
So Alex, just so I don't need to wait for both people to send them. I'll just have Tom send them, and then you will make your guess. So Alex, Tom's guess is in. So would you like to make your guess?
This is the cat from Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic Heroes. He makes an appearance on one of the teams of 3.
Would you like
he's
to
orange.
take a stab at the cat?
Yeah. Big cat.
Okay. And Tom, what did you guess?
I said Bubsy.
Oh, that's good.
And this is Big the cat from Sonic. So we're giving that to Tuna because you said big cat. You said big cat. You're absolutely. I'm not going to be a curmudgeon like that. If you don't 100% know the name, but you can describe it well enough, I would give it to you.
Thank you.
You could describe Big Cat, that's his name. Congrats. Okay.
Just by the way, while we were doing this podcast, I took apart the globular cluster and put together the PlayStation headset.
Great.
I mean, we could
We're
see
good
you
to go.
do that. Yeah.
Oh, you were watching
Great.
me?
Well, I was watching you doing something off to the side for most of this episode.
Not most of the episode.
Oh, it was a long time.
No, it
All
wasn't.
right. Second cat. It's 1-0, Alex. Second cat. It's up on the screen.
I gotta take the
Okay.
lenses out too, actually.
Oh, you have the custom lenses.
Yeah. They've been great. I know what
I
cat
didn't
this
realize
is.
you actually got them. That's great.
What's
I
going
know
on
this
here?
one, Tom.
Do you?
Tom goes,
Yeah.
"What's going on here?"
I know this one, Tom.
I like that Tom just says, "What's going on here?"
What? Oh,
Whoa.
What?
Chris, don't fuck around.
What happened?
It like got weird.
yeah. It zoomed in on like a sliver of it. Okay.
You can see it, right?
Fuck it. I'm just gonna send. Yeah, we can see it. But that's meant to be. I gotta edit that because it auto corrected it. Okay, I sent mine in.
All right, Alex, what is your guess?
It's Cat Mario, but
Oh,
you better
fuck,
not
well
have
done.
fucked and said
And-
it's like Peach Cat or
And Tom?
I just said Litten.
Oh, for the Pokemon.
Yeah. But
It's Cat
Mario's
Mario.
correct,
Alex
yeah.
going 2 for 2.
Yeah, you nailed it. I'm honestly mad at myself that I didn't get that.
you should be.
Oh. Whoa. Are we being tricky here? Are we being tricky?
Chris, you got like a bar
Oh, okay. Yeah.
on the.
Are we being tricky here?
Why would we be tricky?
I don't know. This is so iconic. Like
It's the first day into the new year. We're not being
All
tricky.
right, okay. All right. No tricky. No tricky.
All right,
Something like
Alex, what's your
This
guess?
is obviously Pika Meowth.
Yeah.
What's Pika Meowth?
This was a really bad attempt at a really bad
Oh,
joke.
okay, got it.
Yeah.
Tom also said,
Meow.
"You got it. We got Meowth."
Hey, Meow.
All right, Alex, 3
Meowth,
for
that's
3.
right.
Oh.
Actually, I don't know if I think I do.
All
I
right,
sent mine.
Alex.
Is this only from video games or is it from
All of these cats are in video games. Some cats might be in other things that are not video games, but they're also in video games. You know, it's like Meowth is in cartoons, so is Mario, but they're also in video games.
Right. I don't know. That game that came out that I wanted to play that you play as the cat. It came out like last year. It's a calico cat. He's like stray cat, something like that.
Tom, what'd you guess?
Yeah, it's the cat from the game Stray.
It's the cat from the game Stray.
It doesn't
You said
have a
stray
name.
cat. You
Yeah,
got
you
it,
get it.
Alex. All you
What
have to
is
do
this?
is say stray cat. Alex is going for the full sweep here.
I know my cats, I guess.
You know your pussies, yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yep. Ooh.
This
What's going
Wait.
on?
What's going on here?
I see some lines.
Yeah, I see some
all right.
lines
Well,
there.
maybe that's helpful.
It's
doesn't.
not actually.
It
It's
doesn't
not at all.
help at all. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
If you don't know the name of this, but you can guess what game it's from, then I will still give it to you. Because similar to Stray, this does have a name.
I
but
just sent
it's-
something. I sent something that
All
I
right,
think might be
so-
correct.
Alex, you have to make a guess first.
Doja Cat.
And Tom,
She's got a great body. I said luchador cat.
this cat
What
is one of the
fuck?
many cats that you have to find and collect in Castle Crashers.
Oh shit!
His name is
Going-
Sherbert.
Going with a game from 15 years ago.
That
Had to
you
go with at least
love,
one
that
deep
you
cut. Had to go
love,
with
that
one
you
deep cut.
love.
We
Yep.
loved it. Yeah, no, we loved it.
What the fuck?
I think I know what this is.
Okay, I got it. I'm gonna request that if I'm correct here on the specifics, I get extra points.
Okay. Well, you're not. But Alex,
Oh,
what is your
okay.
guess?
My guess is my guess is Garfield.
And what do you think Garfield's doing?
He's driving some car.
And Tom, what do you think?
He's driving some car. I put Garfield as well, and I said eating.
And Garfield is correct, but he is driving a car.
Golf Cartfield.
There's only 3 cats remaining.
I can't believe you have this many cats.
Oh,
I actually had to I
God.
had to pare down the list a little. I was like, I can't do more than 10.
I know who this is.
Yeah.
If you can
Fuck.
describe it well enough and
Yeah.
text Tom.
No, I know what's funny. I got a funny story about this fucker.
All right. Alex, who is this?
Beerus.
Oh,
Tom,
yeah.
what did you say?
I said Dragon Ball cat that begins with B.
That's good.
That is good. It's Beerus.
So one of my most popular tweets of the last like couple of years was when the Dragon Ball skins came to Fortnite, I tweeted out a picture of that guy like as the skin, like I cropped
Yeah.
it and like but I was like, who is this motherfucker?
Oh,
Like, I got a ton of
boy.
likes on that. I didn't know. I was like, what the fuck is this? Who's
I
this?
didn't know, I didn't know.
But yeah, someone had said everyone in the chat was like, oh, it's Beerus or whatever.
When in
So, yeah.
doubt, just assume it's anime.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
All right. The 9th cat is up on the screen.
Yep.
Yeah, I know it is. At least I think I do.
All right, I sent Chris something.
All right, Alex.
Is it Ratchet?
Well,
Oh, interesting.
it's not Ratchet because Ratchet's not a cat.
He's
Oh, he's not?
He's Lombax.
No.
Is
Yeah.
it then Jack and Daxter?
No, you don't
or
get
whatever?
another fucking guess.
All
Fuck
right,
you.
all right.
Tom?
I put what did I put? Oh, Star Fox cat question mark?
Is there a
Is-
cat in Star Fox?
I don't know. I
think
was
so.
asking you. That's why
I don't
put
think
a
so.
question mark.
I see why you would guess that. It is Blinks the cat
From what?
from Blinks
Oh,
the cat. He was a big original Xbox character. He was like one of the few like big Xbox original, like when this was, because when the first Xbox was out, it was still like about video game mascots, he was
Sure.
one of them. And the final cat.
Oh, who the fuck is that?
Oh, who is that? Who is that? What's your name?
And you are?
And you
And you are.
That's a good name for a game, actually.
That is basically what this is. This is
I
just and you
see
are.
this thing. I see it. Oh, it's I know.
I don't know the name.
We'll see if you even give me points for this.
All right, Alex.
Is it not an Animal Crossing cat? But
And
I do
Tom?
not know the name.
Yeah, I mean, I put Animal Crossing cat.
His name is Rover, and yes, he's the cat from
His
Animal
name is
Crossing.
Rover. I would never have guessed.
Yeah,
that
which is
in a
great.
million years, 'cause it's
You
a
would
dog
think that's a
name.
name, yeah, that you would
Yeah.
think that's a dog, not a cat. It's weird, but yes, his name is
Yeah.
Rover, and that is the end of this game. I think we did a better job playing it than Andy Cohen and Anderson Cooper.
Yeah.
Just my opinion.
What was
All
funny
right.
to me was that Chris is not up on his Bravo. He didn't know who Andy Cohen was.
Yeah, I had no idea who it was.
Found that surprising.
Well, look, there's a lot more Unranked in store for the rest of this year. We've got Game Club for the next 2 to 3 months. Oh, you know what I need? I need one of those record scratch sounds. Tom, you were tasked with bringing us the next challenge.
Oh yeah.
Our next head-to-head challenge. I almost forgot.
Yep. For this
Yep.
challenge, we're
Yep.
gonna be jumping into some Halo.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're
Are
gonna
we?
play. Yeah, we are. We're gonna play a match of Team Slayer, and your mission, should you choose to accept it,
Yeah.
and you have to because it's the challenge.
Yeah.
Basically get as many kills and as few deaths as possible. So the way the points are going to tally is that you get positive points for the kills, and any deaths you have detract from that total.
what are the parameters for this game of Team Slayer?
Here we go.
I'm not putting any parameters on here. I don't feel like there needs to be. It's just your that is the game mode that you are picking. I feel like whatever you're gifted in the same way that look, the first challenge with SpongeBob, I was able to spam the thing and we counted it.
I normally wouldn't want to intervene when I could give myself an advantage,
if
but
you
I
have
can
an
see
opinion.
I can see that Alex already sees the same flaw with this that I do, which means that the winner of this game is going to be which person between me and Alex decides to spend more time playing this, because that means I can load any Halo game in a custom game. I play Slayer.
No.
I can put
Halo.
up.
Okay. I see where you're going with this. Halo Infinite.
I can get 1,000 kills, no deaths.
Halo Infinite.
Yeah.
Online matchmaking.
Slayer.
Team Slayer.
Team Slayer. So not like Team Fiesta.
Correct.
Okay. Team Slayer.
Team Slayer. Team Slayer.
We'll start with the AR and the pistol.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Sick.
Sorry, I didn't even think about that being an option.
I mean, you have to.
Yeah. No.
Because I'm already thinking. Well, because I was already thinking that SWAT, like, is my best mode. So I would have gone into SWAT.
No. Team Slayer.
Okay. All right.
I think everyone record the last 30. Just record the last minute.
Yeah, just get like a little highlight.
Yeah, we'll play the last minute. Turn off the background music in your game, so that way when we play them all at the same time, it doesn't sound like such a cacophony. So yeah, turn off the background music in the settings on your game, and just record once you get to the end screen. Just record last 1 minute, and then we'll just play same thing as last time, the last 1 minute. So, all right, that's cool. That's cool. Well, look forward to that and more head-to-head challenges, asks, game clubs.
So we're doing game club again for sure.
Oh yeah, Jusant, game number 1.
Okay.
But we'll do, like last time, every 2 weeks. So we got 2 weeks to play some Jusant, and then we'll talk about it. But until next time, everybody, Happy New Year. Stay unranked.
Oh, sorry.